for Joao Felix. So let's see what they will decide to do. But it's important to mention that Jorge Mendes spoke to Arsenal, but Arsenal are now 100% focused on Mudryk. Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, every single day to discuss about the transfer market, to keep you posted, and today we touch on Joao Felix, many questions on Enzo Fernandez, and also, guys, it's important to update on Gakpo, on Chelsea, and more. Let's jump into it together. And so, guys, I want to start with Joao Felix. It's an important topic of this January transfer window. We know that for Atletico Madrid, the player can leave the club. They are open to let him go, and also Joao Felix is open to leaving Atletico Madrid after difficult months with Diego Simeone. What's the point now? His agent, Jorge Mendes, had new conversations with English clubs. It's true that, as Telegraph reported, he also had conversations with Chelsea to discuss about this possibility, but at the moment there are still no advanced talks between Chelsea and Joao Felix or Chelsea and Atletico Madrid. They know about the possibility of Joao Felix on the market, but Chelsea at the moment are not in advanced negotiation for Joao Felix. So let's see what they will decide to do. But it's important to mention that Jorge Mendes spoke to Arsenal, but Arsenal are now 100% focused on Mudryk. So the focus is Mykhailo Mudryk. Arsenal are working on Mykhailo Mudryk deal more than on Joao Felix. They know about Joao Felix. They had conversations with Mendes, but at the moment, no official bid. And Manchester United. After Gakpo joining Liverpool, for Manchester United, Joao Felix is one of the options they have in the list. For sure, they had conversations with Jorge Mendes. It was already discussed when Mendes and Manchester United spoke about the Cristiano Ronaldo situation for the termination of the contract a few weeks ago, and so it's important to say that Man United are well informed on the situation for Joao Felix after missing on Gakpo. So let's see what's next for Joao, but Premier League, no Paris Saint-Germain. PSG are not working to sign Joao Felix, and they are not focused on Joao Felix as a target. So Premier League as next step, Man United have his name in the list, but also for Arsenal and Chelsea is a possibility, but at the moment these two clubs have not made any contact with Atletico Madrid. So this is the situation for Joao Felix. Really interesting to see what happens with Enzo Fernandez, the fantastic player of Argentina, World Cup champion. He was elected as best talent of the World Cup. He's been incredible for Argentina. And with Benfica, the situation is pretty clear. The player will only leave in one case. If one club will trigger the 120 million euros clause, so Benfica will not accept less than this. And also, important to say, this club has to reach an agreement also with Enzo Fernandez and with his agent. It's true that his agent is coming to Europe to discuss with clubs. The feeling is that, yes, Real Madrid have been following the player for a long time, but it's also true that Real Madrid are not putting 120 million euros on the table now in January for Enzo Fernandez. There is a player they appreciate, but probably for the summer more than for January, and this is why Premier League is the most likely destination for Enzo. But the only way is to trigger the 120 million euros clause and to reach an agreement with the player. It's true that Liverpool has an interest. It's true that there were conversations also with Man United, but at the moment still clause not triggered yet. So we have to see what happens in the next weeks. The agent will be in Europe to have conversations, so we see step by step what happens with Enzo. One important point, I'm told it has to be something fast. Otherwise, Benfica will not sell Enzo in the final days of the window. It's not going to be a move for the final week of January or maybe for the deadline day. Now, first days of January, or never, it means probably in the summer. So let's see what happens with Enzo Fernandez. Also, I wanted to mention Gakpo. We said about Liverpool shocking move. You can find another video on the channel about that. Gakpo will have his medical this week with Liverpool. Probably, if everything goes as planned, it has to be the first part of the medical on Wednesday, and then the deal will be signed and announced as Gakpo is already a new Liverpool player. Contract will be until June 2028. So 6-year deal. Same as Darwin Núñez last summer. And also wanted to mention Benoit Badiashile for Chelsea, because after Andrei Santos, after David Datro Fofana from Molde, Chelsea are now also really close to signing Benoit Badiashile from Monaco immediately for the first team. For January transfer window, let me remind that for the summer, Chelsea have also signed Christopher Nkunku. For Badiashile, we are at the final bits of the deal with Monaco. It's okay with a player, personal terms agreed, and so work in progress for a new. Here we go for Chelsea. And so guys, let me know your thoughts about the Chelsea move, Joao Felix, Enzo Fernandez. I want your opinion in the comments as always. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, and as always, subscribe to the channel.